What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol SQL for SeqLL Inc. This, of course, is a biotech company. It's a newer IPO with only 2 days of trading history. So on the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, we have the 30-minute intraday time frame. Whenever we're dealing with newer IPOs, there's generally a couple of rules that we like to put into place, or at least levels to pay attention to. The first one is, of course, the open. The next one is going to be the low, simply because we're close to it. And then after that, the high of the opening drive, which I would argue we don't know if that's in yet for sure. It could be this here at 580. It could go much higher in tomorrow's trading session, so we won't map that out as of right now. But for now, the open and low are going to be critical. If those areas are violated to the downside, I would kind of look out below, just steer clear of this until we start trading up above some of those areas there. Shifting the focus now over to the 30-minute intraday time frame chart. Now, how was the price action? And I would argue here, it's actually fairly good, right? If we look at the activity, there's a drive higher, there's a period of consolidation and cooling off, and it's met with another drive higher, period of consolidation, cooling off, and another drive higher. So it's trading very technically as it should when you have a new IPO with no structure in the past. You're basically just looking at pure emotion and psychology here. People want to get into it on the pullbacks. You can see that based on the consolidation action here, people aren't selling it hard and taking their profit as we make new highs, right? If that was the case, you would have seen something like this, or on this pop here, you would have seen a much deeper retracement there. So all things considered, the stock does look good. I'm not saying go blindly long, but if you do start to see bullish patterns emerge, it wouldn't be the worst stock to trade trying to get a breakout trade here up and over the highs for that next move higher. Now, based on where we're at now in today's trading session, what we want to do is break out the Fibonacci's and just sort of see where we're at from that perspective. So from there up to the high, you can see that the 61.8 did hold on the pullback, and that's kind of right where we tested into the end of the day. I would argue because we've already come into the 61.8, if this is going to be a stronger move, we should make a higher low next time on the 30-minute perspective. So something like this, and then bottoming out here for the move higher would strike me as healthy. But as you know, maybe if you've been paying attention to this after hours, we're already trading up and over today's high on the session. So let's remove that and talk about where we're at in terms of after hours data. You can clearly see that the move was higher. We should be opening on a gap up. A lot can happen between now and 9:30, but as you know, whenever we're dealing with a gap up, we do have rules that we can put into place. So for now, we'll take our tools and go say that the open is here. We'll say that the overnight high is up here. And of course, knowing that, we can now talk about the scenarios to watch to unfold. So the first one is always the gap and trap, as you know. So if we extend this, do something like this, let's say that we open up here, do something like this, fail to take out the overnight high, you're essentially looking for a short, but in this case of a new IPO, you're just avoiding longs if we trade back down towards the open as we start to move and fill the gap towards the high of today's session at $5.80 if we just take out our tools and make sure that that level is on our charts. So again, you're not looking for the short. You can't actually short newer IPOs until 30 days after when there are underwriters, but regardless, you're just avoiding the short if we do something like this, right? The other scenario is the gap and go. So if we open here, put in any sort of consolidation here, maybe a bull flag just underneath the overnight high, you're looking for a breakout into blue sky territories at this point in time. And because it's a newer IPO, there's no really saying how high it could go. So just please monitor for continuation. Don't be dead set on saying, oh, it has to reach this number, it has to reach this number. Just trail your stop higher, right? Pay yourself in case this does decide to turn around and maybe make a move lower. So those are my thoughts here on SQL, remembering that if we do get back down into the prior day's range, this should hold just around $4.90. Let's go ahead and throw a level on that just so we have it on the top of our mind. So there we go. And we should make some sort of higher low, maybe around this $5.18 mark. So if, again, here's just one more scenario for you before I wrap it up. If we do something like this and continue lower, you do want to see it bottom out here around 518 for that higher low from this perspective like that to continue the 30-minute uptrend that it is in. So those are my thoughts here. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section down below or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.